Yeah, good day viewers, welcome to my channel. If today is the first time of visiting my channel, I want you to do well by hitting the subscription button and also turning the subscription bell on so that anytime we post in this channel, you can be able to get notification to enable you watch our videos anytime we post. Everything I'm going to tell you today is the things you are going to see as far as the AGRIC NECO practical is concerned. So all I want you to do is for you to pay attention. Remember, do not skip this video. Get your pen and paper ready. Now let us proceed. Now from here, I have from specimen A down to specimen P. So we are going to be looking at it one after the other, and also I'll be telling you most of the questions that you are going to see as far as this AGRIC NECO specimen is concerned. So let us continue. So from our specimen A, we have hand fork. We have hand fork. Now in this hand fork, I think I have here, this is hand fork. This is just a prototype of a hand fork. Now you will also see the one on the screen there. So now let's take a look at the description of a hand fork. We see that it is a small farm tool with 3 prongs attached to a wooden short handle. It is a small farm tool with 3 prongs attached to a wooden handle. You see that the prongs, these are what we call the prongs. The prongs are 3 in number. It is also attached to a wooden handle. So that is what you are expected by NECO. So when you are asked to describe, that is the description you will give to them. Okay, now let's take a look at the uses of hand fork, which is uses of specimen A. Here we said it is used in digging up weed. Yes, it is used in digging up weed. Another one says it is used for transplanting. And it is also used for making holes. It is used for making holes for planting. That is small holes which we use for planting. We use hand fork in making the hole. Here we said it is used in mixing additives. It is used in mixing additives. When you want to mix, let's say you want to turn up your soil with manure or any chemical, that is what we use. We use the hand fork in mixing it. Here we said it is used in loosening the soil. It is used in loosening the soil. If we have any soil where we want to plant or where we want to establish our nurseries, we use the hand fork in turning up the soil. So that is all you need to know about the hand fork. That is the question that you will see as far as the NECO is concerned. Please, I must advise you to pay attention. Once you pay attention to all these I'm teaching you, you will never regret ever coming to this channel. Okay, now let us look at the second one, which is a garden fork. A garden fork. Now when you look at the structure of a garden fork and a hand fork, both look at least similar, but the difference there is that of garden fork is very long. It's longer than the hand fork, as the name implies. Now this garden fork also performs the function of a shovel or a spade. Yes, it performs the function of a shovel or a spade. So now let's take a look at the description of a garden fork. Here we say that it is made up of a long metal prong attached to a long wooden handle with a metallic grip. I repeat, it is made up of a long metallic prong. Now look at this now. This is an example, a prototype of a garden fork. Now the difference between this now is, you can see from the diagram here, the prongs are very, very long. Sometimes it is just 3 in number, that is the prong, and it is made up of it is attached to a long wooden handle, and sometimes the wooden handle has a metallic or is attached to a metallic grip where you hold it. So that is for the description of a garden fork. Now let's take a look at the uses of Uses of a garden fork. Uses of a garden fork. Here we say it is used in loosening and turning over soil. It is used in loosening and turning over soil. Now another one there says it is used for digging out stones from the ground. It is used for digging out stones from the ground. Here we say it is used for turning over manure. Okay, and another one here says it is used for transplanting. Used for transplanting. Now, lastly, here we said it is used for stumping. It is used for stumping, which is removing of stumps. All those after you must have finished clearing your farm, there are some roots and herbs that has refused to go off. So we normally use our garden fork in pulling them out, because the prong of garden fork is very, very strong than that of shovel or spade. So it can easily pull up any stone or stump that is in the farm before you begin your ridge making. Okay, now the next one we have here is specimen D. We have specimen D. Now here under the specimen D, we said it is used to spray insecticides. Nobody is going to ask you to describe specimen D. All they will ask you to do is to state the function or the uses of specimen D. So like as I said, it is used in spraying insecticide in the farm. We use it to spray insecticide to our crops. So another one here says it is used for irrigation of plants. It is used for irrigation of plants, whereby you use it in applying water to the plant, especially during dry season. Okay, now the next one there says it is used to spray fertilizer, chemical fertilizers that comes in a liquid form. We also use it to spray them. So that is the function of this specimen D. Okay, so having stated the uses and the description of specimen A, B, C, and D, let us look at how to maintain those equipment, those farm tools. Let's take a look at how to maintain those farm tools. Now, number one way of maintaining those farm tools is to wash, dry, and store in a cool, dry place. Wash, dry, and store in a cool, dry place. Immediately after you must have finished your farm work, you wash them, dry it, and store it in a cool, dry place. Now, another one there says oil the metallic part. Oil the metallic part after use. Oil the metallic part to avoid rusting. Yes, that is the essence of oiling it. You apply oil or you paint the metallic part. So, but for the fact that you use it constantly, painting it is not necessary. But for the sake of this exam, just add paint or oil the metallic part. Now, another way of maintaining this material or equipment is to use for the intended purpose. Use for the intended purpose. The purpose at which that material is made, you use it for the purpose. Okay? So, not using a hand fork for the work of a garden fork. It doesn't work like that. It can spoil the material. It can spoil the material. Now, replace worn out parts. Replace worn out parts. Once you are done working, always try to identify if there are places or some nuts or some screw that has loosened. You try as much as possible to replace it. Now, another one there says regular checking of the materials. You check the materials regularly to see if it has developed fault. Now, if it has developed fault, all you need to do is you replace those damaged parts. Okay, so those are the ways through which you can maintain these materials. Now, let us look at the next specimen, which is specimen E. Now, here specimen E is poultry dropping. poultry dropping. Now that is the feces, feces from birds like your chicken, dog, and then pigeon. So that is it. Now, what kind of manure does what kind of manure is this poultry dropping? What kind of manure is the poultry dropping? That is the question. The type of manure. And here we say it is an organic manure. It is an organic manure. It provides organic manure for your plants. Okay, that is very, very important. Now, another one there says F, which is cow dung. What kind of manure does it provide? Now, it also provides organic manure for your plants. Now, the next one there is NPK. NPK, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Now, which kind of manure is that? Where we said it is an inorganic manure. It is an inorganic manure. So that is it. That is what it provides to your plant. Like as I said earlier, in this particular specimen, these three specimens that I've listed here, it will come in a table whereby you have to identify each of the kind of manure they provide to the farm land or to the plants. Now here, it provides organic nutrients to the soil, which is for the poultry dropping and the cow dung. Now, the NPK provides inorganic nutrients to the plant. So very, very important. Take note. Now, another thing there is, let us try and look at the effect of constant application of this inorganic manure to our farmland. Now here we say that it increases the acidity. It increases the acidity of the soil. Yes, it increases the acidity of the soil. Now when the acidity of the soil is increased, there are some plants that will not be able to grow there again. There are some plants that that do not thrive very well in an acidic environment. Now another thing there is constant application of inorganic manure to the soil, just like the NPK fertilizer. You will discover that it destroys the organic matters in the soil. It destroys the organic matters in the soil. And lastly, it increases or decreases the soil pH. It decreases the soil pH, making the soil to be more acidic. Making the soil to be more acidic, as I've said earlier. Now, the effect of F and E to the soil. Effect of F and E to the soil is it increases the organic components or organic matters in the soil. It increases the organic matters in the soil, thereby increasing or improving the soil structures. It helps to improve the soil structures. When organic manure are applied to the soil, such as the poultry dropping and the animal dung, it helps to increase or improve the soil structures of the soil, and also it can also help to control erosion. Remember, when the soil structures are improved, it also encourages the control of erosion to the soil. Now, another one there is one I failed to tell you. One of the effects of NPK is that it destroys the soil structure. It destroys the soil structure. Okay, so that is that for specimen E, specimen F, and specimen G. Now, if you have any question as far as this is concerned, just drop it at the comment section, and I promise you that I will give you answer to your question. Now, the next one there is specimen H. Specimen H, which is the line water. Now, what do we use the lime water for, or what is the effect of lime water on the soil? Here is it increases the soil pH of the soil. It increases the soil pH of the soil, making it to be more alkaline than acidic. That is to say that in a soil that has lost its organic composition as a result of the application of inorganic manure such as NPK to the soil, all you need to do for you to revive the soil back is to apply lime water to help neutralize the soil so that plants that are unable to grow on acidic environments can begin to grow there. Okay, so now let's go over to the next specimen, which is onion bulb. Okay, so now let us take a look at this next one, which is I, J, K, and L. I, J, K, and L. So there are things NECO expects you to know as far as this specimen are concerned. These four specimen are concerned, which is I, J, K, and L. One, what you are expected to know here is their propagation, their mode of propagation. Like as I said earlier in my other videos, made you to understand that propagation is the way we plant it. That is just a common name of propagation, the process of planting it. Okay, now here we have onion bulb. Now onion bulb is propagated vegetatively. Onion bulb is propagated vegetatively. Now on the one here we have the yam tuber. The yam tuber is propagated using yam tuber or the yam tubes or the seed tube. So anyone you want to write, either you call it the seed tube or the yam tuber. Okay, now we have the cassava tuber. The cassava tuber is propagated using stem. It is propagated by stem cutting. We propagate it using the stem, and we know that it is an artificial way of propagation, which is under asexual. Now here we have the ginger. The ginger is as well propagated vegetatively. Okay, the ginger is propagated vegetatively. Now between the this specimen that I've mentioned, let us look at their mode of food storage. Their mode of food storage. Here, onion bulb stores its food in the leaf. In the leaf. Okay? Yam tuber stores its food in the yam tube or the yam tuber. That is the seed of the plant. That is where it stores the food. Now, the cassava tuber stores its food in the cassava tube. Now, the ginger stores its food in the rhizome. So these are the areas or places where this specimen stores their food. I've given you their propagation and where they store their food. Okay, so that is by the way. Now let us look at specimen M. Specimen M is given to us as fresh meat. It's given to us as fresh meat. What you are expected to note is how we can preserve this meat. Preservation. Now, there are different ways you can preserve specimen M. One of the ways of preserving specimen M is by sun drying. You dry it under the sun. Now, another one is salination or salting. Just application of salt on the meat. Now, another one there says smoking. Smoking is another way of preserving your meat. Now, another one there says freezing. You put it in the refrigerator. Is another way of preserving your meat. Now, lastly, canning. Canning is also another way of preserving meat. I believe I've mentioned about 5 ways at which you can preserve specimen M. Let's move over to specimen N. Specimen N. Specimen N is tapeworm. Then I'll be taking specimen N and specimen N, specimen O, and specimen P. Now in these 3 specimen listed here, you'll be asked to group them according to the where they are found, either ectoparasite or endoparasite. As you all know, these three organisms listed here are all parasites of farm animals. So now under the specimen N, which is tapeworm, we classify it to be endoparasite, because it is found inside the body of the animal. That is why it is endoparasite. Now specimen O, which is roundworm, is also classified as endoparasite because it is also found inside the body of the animal. Now P, which is tick is an ectoparasite because it is found on the skin of the farm animals. Now let us look at the effect of specimen N and specimen O on the farm animals. So what we are looking at now is when these farm animals get infested by this specimen N and O, which is tapeworm and roundworm, their effects. Now one of their effects is emaciation. Emaciation is one of the effects of roundworm and tapeworm in farm animal. They begin to emaciate. Okay, now we have weakness of the body. You will see the animals will begin to feel weak. Now another one there says loss of appetite, not having the ability or the zeal to feed. Now another one there says watery and profuse diarrhea, and again we have weight loss, and lastly it can result to death of the animals. So these that I've mentioned are all the effects of specimen O and specimen N when they attack farm animals. Now repeat, we have emaciation, we have weakness of the body, we have death, we have loss of appetite, we have watery and profuse diarrhea, we have retard growth, which is they will stop growing. If it is the smaller animals, you see that from year to year they still remain the same. There is no change. They don't grow fat, they don't grow big. So we call it retard growth. It is as a result of the infestation of specimen N and specimen O. Now let's look at the effect of specimen P, which is tick. The effect of specimen P, which is tick, on the farm animals. Now one of the effects is restlessness. They become restless. Okay, they become restless. When you see them, they scratch their body on the wall. They make noise at night or even in the daytime as a result of the attack of these pests on their body. Now we have anemia. Due to the constant sucking of blood by the tick on the farm animal, they tend to lose a lot of blood. Now from there we have weightless. They become weightless, as in they lose weight, loss of weight. Let's put it that way, loss of weight. Now here we have emaciation. This animal will become emaciated. They begin to emaciate. So those are the effects of specimen P, which is tick, when they begin to attack the farm animals. Now let's take a look at ways of controlling specimen N and specimen O. Now one of the ways of controlling specimen N and specimen O is deworming. This animal has to be dewormed. They have to be dewormed. You deworm them regularly to help reduce the load of the tapeworm and roundworm in their body. It is very, very important in order to overcome the effect of these animals or this pest of plants. Pest of the animals we have mentioned earlier. Now another one there says, let's take a look at the ways of controlling specimen P. The way of controlling specimen P. One of the ways of controlling specimen P is the use of insecticides. The use of insecticides. Since they are found outside the body, you apply insecticides on them that helps to kill those ticks on the body of the animals. It's either you dip them in insecticide, or you spray them insecticide. Okay, you spread them the insecticide. It will help to destroy or kill those ticks on the body of the farm animals. Another way of controlling them is making sure that these animals are kept in a clean environment. You make sure that they are kept in a clean environment, and as well isolation of infected farm animals. Those ones that you notice that they have been infected by ticks, you need to keep them aside while you treat them, so that this tick doesn't move from their body to the body of other animals in the farm. So thank you very much. I believe I've been able to give you light on everything that you are going to see as far as this exam is concerned. Please, if you have any question as far as this tutorial is concerned, please, I want you to drop your question on the comment section, and I promise you that as soon as I get your question, I will reply you immediately. And remember, if you need any assistance in any of these subjects that you'll be writing in NECO this period of time, all I want you to do is do not hesitate by chatting me up on my WhatsApp, which is on the screen, so that I will be able to give you all the answers that you need during the exam. So thank you very much, and God bless you.